What's going on, guys? Chip here. Welcome back to another Pokemon video where today we are going to be looking at the announcement that was just made that the Pokemon Players Cup 4 is happening starting in just a few weeks, honestly, at the end of April, just over a month away. So you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for this one. If you're wondering how to participate and how to qualify in the next Pokemon Players Cup, you're going to want to stay tuned and check out the information that's in this video. Now, I don't think it should be really much of a surprise to anyone that we're getting Pokemon Players Cup 4. It has kind of been Pokemon's way of just hosting tournaments throughout this whole coronavirus pandemic situation. While we can't be going to official events, this has been the solution, playing in these online tournaments. And I would say all three of the Players Cups so far have been pretty solid. There was obviously problems with the first one, at least on the TCG end of things. And they fixed a lot of those problems in Players Cup 2, Players Cup 3, and then even some of the complaints that people still had about Players Cup 2 and 3, they are fixing moving into Players Cup 4. We're going to be talking about all of those changes they've made and what it looks like moving forward. We are still currently in the process of Players Cup 3 as I'm recording this, but by the time it is all said and done, by the time the final global final stream happens, the Players Cup 4 will be just a couple of days away. So I do really love that. Instead of having to wait around for a couple of weeks, couple of months maybe, until the next big Pokemon tournament, Players Cup 4 is going to get started right after we're done with Players Cup 3. So that's definitely very, very exciting. This video is going to be focusing on the TCG aspect of things here. So if you're a Pokemon Tournament player or a Pokemon Sword and Shield player, a VGC player, I'll still have the links to all of these Pokemon articles down in the description, so you definitely can get all the information you need from the articles linked in the description. But like I said, this is going to be focusing on the Pokemon TCG aspect of Players Cup 4. And a lot of the changes they made for Players Cup 4 for the TCG also will apply to VGC and Pokemon tournaments. So let's go ahead and take a look here at the announcement talking about, yes, there will be the Players Cup for Pokemon TCG, Sword and Shield, Pokemon Tournament, Pokemon Tournament DX as well, excuse me, and $45,000 in prizes, and of course bragging rights as the top Pokemon trainers in the world. And this is a huge change here. The Players Cup 1, 2, and 3 all have been awarding travel awards to future international championships to all of the top 4 finishers, but this time, if we scroll down on this page, we'll see information about the prizes. The Pokemon Trading Card Game Online, based on final standings from the Global Finals, first place will receive $5,000, which is on par with what former regional champions would receive whenever regional tournaments were happening. And I think this is very interesting, is that all these other payouts have been pretty significantly bumped up quite a bit. Normally at a regional championship, second place gets $2,500. This time we're seeing $3,500. Top 4 gets $1,500. This time we're seeing fourth place $2K and third place $2,500. And then, those tied for fifth, $1,250. Tied for 7th, $750, tied for 19th, $500, and then, of course, the last of the top 16, those tied for the 13th place, will get $250. So just making it into the top 16 global finals will award you some amount of money, which is pretty incredible. Also for VGC, the prize payout is exactly the same, $5K for first, all the way down to the top 13, those tied for 13th. With $250. And then for Pokemon tournaments, the champion will receive a travel award to a future international championship of their choosing. And then here's the prize payout for the rest of that. So that is definitely a change that I think the players were very much wanting, right? I mean, it's nice to get a travel award to a future internationals, but with no real timetable on when international championships are going to be resuming, it feels really nice to have this alternative, right? Cash is king. Everyone is going to be definitely willing to play for the big money. And, it definitely is a sizable amount. $5,000 for first place for a tournament that you can play completely from home is pretty amazing to me. So definitely excited to see that this is a change that Pokemon made. Now, if you're a Pokemon TCG player, this is definitely a page you are going to want to bookmark. This has all the information you're going to need about the event, how to qualify, how to get tournament keys, all of that kind of stuff. And you can get to all these other pages, tournament rules and stuff like that from here. So we're going to break this down a little bit, talk about exactly what is needed to qualify for Players Cup 4, exactly what you need to do in order to get tournament keys, and what the Players Cup 4 format is kind of going to look like. Now, if you played in Players Cup 2 or Players Cup 3, the process to qualify to get tournament keys is going to look extremely similar. But if you didn't play and you're not sure exactly what I'm talking about, this is what it is going to look like. Players Cup 4 and the May leaderboard. The Players Cup 4 will continue to use the new features first rolled out for the second Players Cup. All eligible players will have 50 tournament keys added to their Pokemon TCG online account prior to the start of the opener qualifier period, which runs from April 26th at 11 a.m. Pacific to May 26th at 10:59 a.m. Pacific. So this is definitely going to be key here. You want to make sure that you get logged in to your Play Pokemon account and that you connect it to your Pokemon TCG online account so that you can be an eligible player to receive tournament keys. We'll break that down here. Each tournament key provides one entry into a special standard format Pokemon Players Cup 4 qualifier tournament queue. No additional tournament keys will be distributed during the qualifier period, so every eligible player will have the same number of chances to qualify during the Pokemon Players Cup 4 open qualifier phase. Additionally, tournament rep awards will be disabled for all other standard format tournament queues for the duration of the specific qualifying period, so only players will appear on the May standard format tournament rep leaderboard will be those participating in the Pokemon Players Cup 4 qualifier tournaments. So if you're not exactly sure what this means, we're going to be taking a look real quick at these leaderboards here, and this is what this article is referencing. This is how you're going to be keeping track of tournament rep to see how you are doing in the Players Cup, and it's going to be the top players from each region based on the number of tournament rep at the end of that specific month. So you'll have 50 tournament keys to play in 50 tournaments, and you'll get a certain amount of points of tournament rep depending on how you do in each of those tournaments. Of course, they are 8-man pods, so they will be placed into a tournament with 7 other players in a single elimination bracket style tournament. If you lose in the first round, 5th through 8th place, that's 0 points. If you get to top 4, that's going to be 1 point. Second place is 3, and then first place earning you 5 points of tournament rep. And your scores will be continued to be added up. Your name will appear on the leaderboard, and, it'll be the top 256 players from the North American region, top 256 players from the European region, top 256 from the Latin America rating zone, and then from Oceania, Australia, and New Zealand, it's going to be the top 128 players. Now, I can really only speak from my specific experience, which has mostly been with the North American qualifiers. I have qualified for all 3 Players Cups so far, so I think that we should be experiencing something very similar here for Players Cup 4. The cutoff for the second and the third Players Cup, as far as tournament rep was around that 80-ish point mark. That was kind of where it was, 80 to 85, something like that. So you're really going to want to try to earn yourself as many points as possible. That's really what you should do. People always ask me in my streams and stuff, Chip, how many points do you think we need to qualify? How many points do I need to get to the top 256? And the real answer is you should just play all 50 of your keys and try to do your best. And wherever you end up, that's where you're going to end up, And if you're, good enough, you'll make it into the top 256. And hopefully that will be the case for many of you watching this video. And you'll get to participate in the next round of the tournament. So this is just going to be the effective first step of the Players Cup, and that is this qualification period. Then we'll go on to the regional qualifier, which will take place June 19th, where this is another big change here. It will be 9 Swiss rounds for each region, and then the top 16 players in each region will advance to the region finals. So you're trying to qualify for the Players Cup here via the leaderboard, and then you're trying to qualify for the region finals via an online regional qualifier, which will take place in June. And being changed to Swiss rounds is actually a huge, huge change, and definitely something I think a lot of people are very excited about. Now, if you didn't know, Players Cup 1, 2, and 3 for this stage of the tournament all used a double elimination bracket, which has its pros and cons. If you lose your first couple rounds, you're just kind of done with the tournament. You don't have to worry about trying to stick around. But, it does mean if you just lose 2 games, you're out. That might not necessarily be the case here. Though I think in order to get to the top 16, if we're playing in Swiss rounds, I would imagine since we're playing Swiss rounds, IDs and ties will be allowed for this event. So that probably means that top 16 is going to need to be 7-1-1 or better. If I had to guess, maybe a few 7-2s. It's going to be tough to say. 256 players is kind of a lot. But going based off of that, The top 16 players in each region will advance to the corresponding region finals. And then the region finals is going to be a new seeded double elimination bracket based on the previous weekend's final Swiss standings. So no longer will your rating matter that you had going into the qualifiers. What will matter is your final Swiss placement on the from the region qualifier stage as you head into the region finals. Play will occur until 4 players remain in each region, and then the top 4 players from each region will move on to the global finals, which will include 16 players, of course 4 from each region qualifier. And each of these players here, this is the stage where you're going to make it to the money here. You're guaranteed at least $250, but continuing on can, of course, get you to that first place prize of $5,000, which I'm sure so many players are definitely going to be playing for. This is also going to be a new tournament as well, so you can submit a new deck list. The deck that you play for the region qualifier does not have to be the same one that you play in the global finals as well. And finally, just talking about the last little bit here of eligibility, players who can and cannot play in this event. One big change that has still not been updated is that, unfortunately, this is a tournament that is only open to the Masters Division players. If you're not sure what division you fall into, the ranking is right here. Junior Division, born in 2009 or later. Senior Division, born in 2005, 6, 7, or 8. And then Masters Division, born 2004 or earlier. So that is going to determine your age division, and unfortunately juniors and seniors players are not eligible to play. Only masters, those who were born in 2005 or later, unfortunately. And then also players who reside outside of countries supported by the following Play Pokemon rating zones will not be eligible to play. So only players in North America, the US and Canada, Europe, Latin America, and Oceania are eligible to participate in this event. Players who have not opted into the Play Pokemon terms of use, which is something I think you have to do when you sign up for Play Pokemon. So as long as you've signed up for Play Pokemon, you should be good to go. And then players who do not log into the Pokemon TCG online between January 16th, 2021 and April 16th, 2021 at 1800 UTC after successfully opting into the Play Pokemon terms of use and receiving a player ID. So this is kind of the main key piece here that you want to make sure you take care of. All it takes is signing in and making sure that you have connected your Play Pokemon account to your Pokemon TCG player ID. Hopefully this gave you guys some good information about Players Cup 4. I'm definitely excited that Pokemon made some of these changes. Swiss rounds is amazing for the qualifier stage. And then also, of course, being able to earn cash prizes for playing in a Pokemon tournament online is incredible. And it honestly makes me hope that Players Cup events are something that stays around even after in real life play resumes, once Play Pokemon events come back. I think that would be amazing if even while you're still competing in regional championships, traveling to international championships, even going to your local stores playing in League Cups or just Pokemon League in general, you could still come home and play Pokemon TCG online and have a chance to win some cash at home. I think that is absolutely incredible. So I do hope this is a trend that just continues to move forward. And, I think this is also a good sign that Pokemon has heard some of the complaints, heard some of the things that Pokemon disliked about the former Pokemon Players Cup formats, and has made changes accordingly, and that's always amazing to hear from any large company. Now, obviously, there are still a lot more problems with Pokemon TCG Online, and there's always going to be issues with any format, I think, that is going to keep people from being happy, but I'm definitely pleased to see any sort of progress at all, and I'm just hoping that this is a sign of better things to come as well for the Pokemon Company. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like down below on the video, as well as subscribe to see more Pokemon TCG content, deck profiles, news, all types of stuff just like this video. Really would appreciate the subscription and the like. I really do appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to get out of here. Good luck qualifying for Players Cup 4. I'm excited to be casting Players Cup 3, which is going to be happening very, very soon, so definitely stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's going to do it for me, guys. I'll get out of here, and until next time, take care.